All right, all right. Welcome to day, I believe it's 48 of the 100-day AI Build Challenge. My name is Savion. I'm an AI consultant with Managed Marketing Partners, and we are getting ready today to actually do something a little bit more practical where we can actually create a website using Highlevel's AI Studio, and it's going to be following our framework of Cupid. If you're unfamiliar with that, it stands for Consulting, Planning, Implementation, and Deployment. So we'll go through that framework together, even if you're not familiar with it, and we'll be able to build out an amazing website, depending on what niche you're looking for. And we'll even be able to include a amazing, unique lead magnet, okay? So we're gonna have some fun today. Today's lesson should be pretty short, but we'll be able to get to the nitty gritty right now. Let's jump right in. So I'm gonna go ahead and Oh, well, I got too excited and I left by accident. Woo, all right, let's just go ahead and jump right in. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Do this. I'm gonna share my screen with audio just in case we decide to do something fun with audio. Okay, so here we are. Again, this is the build page, the front page of AI Studio with Highlevel. Now, this front page, again, may seem very, very intimidating. It says, let's build something amazing. And there's a lot of moving stuff. And, you may see like a bunch of templates here. And you're like, oh my God, what am I going to build? I don't know what to do, right? Totally fine. I got you. So we're going to follow the framework of Cupid, right? Cupid stands for Consulting, Planning, Implementation, and Deployment. Okay, so following that framework, we'll be able to build out an amazing website for whatever niche you're in. So for today's experiment, we're going to be doing a plumbing website, right? So what we can do, we can either use Highlevel's prospect finder, right? Or we could just go to the Google Maps, right? And find a company that doesn't have a website. So we'll just do plumbing near me, right? I'm in Miami, Florida. So let's see here what we have. Let's do something. Okay, so they have a website. They have a website. So a few of these people have websites. Let's see what their website here. Bargain Plumbing and Routing and Router. Let's see. What's their website? Oh, wow. Their website looks awful. Okay. So this might be a really good website to maybe even sell them, right? So that way, like, I don't see any. Is it me? Because I don't see any way to contact them on their website. It's just images, and when you click on it, like it's fancy because it, expands wherever you click, but there's no information about their services. If I go to view services, learn more, the learn more button doesn't even do anything. Wow. Okay. Bargainplumbingrouterco.com. All right. So I say let's build them a website and we'll give them a call. Not today, but because it's already 9 o'clock on a Saturday. But I'm gonna see if I can give them a call and maybe even position like, hey, listen, I built your website for free. Just wanted to help you guys out, right? Because they also could probably use a few more reviews, right? So that's something else my company does at Managed Marketing Partners. So yeah, they need a lot of they could use a lot of help here. I wonder how old they are, right? Their images, they don't really have any images, really. This is like a stock image. What's this? Like, I don't know what that is. This again looks like a stock image. Yeah, and this is all uploaded by the owner. Okay, yeah, they can use them Bargain Plumbing Router. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy their link. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into here and we're going to build them a website. That's going to be amazing with a great lead magnet. So here we go. So I want to do this. Okay. I don't think I have any more Whisper credits. Whisper is an app that allows you to actually just talk into the microphone instead of typing. All right, let me try this again. Hey, so for today's project, I wanted to build a website for a plumbing company. I have the website and everything already that I wanted to share with you, but don't do anything yet. We're just talking here. But my idea is I wanted to remake their entire website. I have their website, like I mentioned, and I can go ahead and paste it for you to take a look at so you can analyze their services. And I'll also include a screenshot of the Google Maps profile, just so you can get all the information you need from the company. But I want to recreate a whole new website for them, and also include like a fun lead magnet that's interactive, maybe like a gamification version of a lead magnet that eventually asks them for their email and their phone number. But don't do anything yet. We're just talking here. I want to go through some different ideas with you on how we can go ahead and build this. But you let me know when you're ready for me to go ahead and drop that website and the screenshot of their Google Maps profile. And we can begin tossing around different ideas before we go into the planning phase. What do you think about that idea? Okay. So I talked it out, right? It's always better to just kind of verbalize what we're looking to do instead of typing, I find. That way you're not, you're just like flowing, right? So let's go ahead and enter that. And because we said don't do anything yet, we're just talking here, it's not going to actually build. It follows your instructions, okay? So here we go. It says, that's a great approach. A gamified lead magnet like a diagnose your plumbing issue quiz or an interactive pipe puzzle is a fantastic way to capture leads and stand out from competitors. I'm ready whenever you are. Please go ahead and share the website link and Google Maps screenshots so we can analyze them and start brainstorming ideas. Great. So I'm going to go to the Google Maps. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot their Google Maps link. Okay. And you can literally take screenshots, drag it in, and there you go. Great. I'm going to say great. Here is their website. Got to copy that again. Come on. Boom. Here's their website. Please take a look at their website to fully understand their business. Also check to see if they have a sitemap where there may be, hold on one second, guys. All right, guys, so here we go again. So also check to see if they have a sitemap where there may be other pages that are not linked to the main homepage. Please analyze their Google business profile and their website as a lead expert SEO strategist and truly strategist and business business strategist, business growth strategist, to really understand their business. Also, please do some research on the market for plumbing companies in Miami. I want to do a full competitive research analysis to truly.
I'd much rather talk about you.
Siri, hold on one second. Okay. To truly get an idea of their competition and what they are doing on their websites. What kind of pages are they having on their website? What does the competitive landscape look like for plumbing in Miami? What are the most successful companies doing that we can copy and implement into our strategy that aligns with the business? The name of the business we are Bargain Plumbing Router Co. The business that we are working with is Bargain Plumbing Router Co. out of Miami, out of West Park, Florida. Remember, don't do any build right now. We are just doing research so we can come together with a few ideas of what we can do for them. What we can do for them. Okay. So with that, again, it's not going to go into the build. It's going to actually, did you know that your AI Studio can actually do research for you in context of the conversation? So you can actually do competitive research. See, it's fetching the website right now. It's going to look at the website, see what they offer. Then it's going to go to the different competitor websites, see what's going on there because we instructed it to do that. And it's checking for the site map. You see that right there? So all of that, you can see that right here. So make it a little bit bigger for us. So it's checking the sitemap, seeing if there's anything there. There probably isn't. Okay, let me zoom out here. Okay, cool. So it did a lot of research here. See that? All right. I reviewed Bargain Plumbing Router Co.'s current website and the Google Maps information and researched the competitive landscape for plumbing in the Miami, South Florida market. You are absolutely right to want to rebuild this. There is a massive opportunity here. Here's my strategic analysis and a few ideas for us to discuss before we write any code. The current website versus top Miami competitors, the current state. The current state is essentially a single page with very generic copy, plumbing repair and installation services. It lacks local SEO signals, trust factors, dedicated service pages. It looks like a bit like a tech template rather than a local home service business. What is the top competitor? What are the top competitors doing? Well, the plumbing Miami market is highly competitive. Oh, it's actually listening to me. I pressed. Um, all right, and okay, so we did some research here. It lacks local SEO signals. What are the, okay, competitive, competing against giants like Roto-Rooter and strong local players like Marlin Plumbing and Larenio Plumbing. The companies ranking a page 1 on Google all share this exact site structure. Dedicated service pages, city-specific location pages, extreme trust signals, sticky CTAs, gamified lead magnet ideas, interactive and fun. I love the gamification idea. Plumbers usually just have a boring content as form to capture emails and phone numbers from remarketing, and we need something engaging. Idea A, the plumbing health score quiz. Is a plumbing disaster waiting to happen? Take a 60-second quiz. Interaction, users answer 45 simple questions. Do your toilets ever gurgle? How old is your water heater? Lead capture, to see their risk score and get a personalized prevention checklist, they enter their name, email, and phone number. The interactive leak calculator. Think your water bill is too high? A visual slider where they drag to match their average water bill and household size. The calculator animates and calculates how much money they might be losing to hidden leaks. Leak Capture unlocks a $50 off leak detection voucher in exchange for their contact info. Fix the Pipe mini game scratch off. A literal mini game on the hero section. Interaction: an animated pipe is leaking water. The user has a click, drag, a wrench to tighten the valve. When they fix it, a pop-up says, "You fixed it. Claim your reward, 10% off your next service call." They enter their email, boom, boom. Okay. Propose a new site structure when you're ready to build. Homepage, services, about. Okay. I'm going to say I like that scratch off game just for fun, right? We can always choose another alternative, but I love the idea of the scratch off. Oops, hold on. I love the idea C of the mini game on the hero section. Let's go ahead and dig a little bit deeper into that. What would that look like? What are the mechanics? And what would that rest of the page look like? I want to go ahead and jump now into the planning phase, so that way we can truly plan everything out here. Pretend like you're writing out a brief that you'll be able to hand over to a developer. So that's an important thing right now as we're going into planning. You can give it the specific persona that you are writing a brief, giving it over to the developer so that way it's super thorough and it understands everything. So we're going to go through that right now. And there we go. You see, we're not building anything yet, right? So you don't have to jump into the building. You can actually just jump. You can literally just start talking with your virtual assistant, going through different ideas. Here's the project brief. Objective: transform the current generic single-page website into a high-converting, local SEO optimized interactive experience. The primary goal is to increase inbound calls for emergencies, capture passive leads, target audience homeowners and commercial properties in West Park, Florida. Visual, trustworthy, colors, crisp white, trend navy, blah, typography, blah, blah, blah. Grimful, hero section, fix the pipe. Gamified mechanics, the scene, the prompt, blah, 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 blah. 3, homepage architecture, sticky header, blah, blah, blah. All this is going through. Okay, great. And we have the footer. What cities do you think we should include with this build for the service pages? What what city should we go through? And also, yeah, like the near me, is there any way for the browser to detect which location they are on? And then it can actually highlight that specific location at the top of the navigation menu. Again, don't do anything building wise. We're just still talking here. And we're in the planning phase. For the service area, we should target the immediate 10 to 50-mile radius from West Park, Hollywood, Pembroke Pines, Gold Marmy Gardens, Aventura, Fort Lauderdale. For location detection, absolutely, we can use the browser's geolocation API or a quick IP lookup service to detect their city and dynamic update the header to say something like, your local blank plumber. Yep, I like the your local detect city plumber idea. Thing in. One more step before we start building, I'd love you to go ahead and phase out your build so that way both of us can understand how this build is going to be made. Do they even have a logo? Like, this is really bad, guys. This is like obviously stock photos. Wow. And the website keeps like changing when you scroll. Yeah. And what's up with that like click and it's like that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I wouldn't trust this website, this company, and especially since they have only 9 reviews. I mean, they're on the on this front page here, obviously, but I mean, I'd much rather go with like John Plumbing or something like that because they have like they have a lot of reviews. Their website looks a lot more legit, right? Yep. So what color palette represents the trustworthy? We're going to do that. And we'll do Sora. I like Sora. And we can do something like that. I like that. Review. Above, you'll see my answers to your questions, but also I'd love to have a emergency services section where it can maybe like glow if there's an emergency. Call this number, right? We could do something like that, and yeah, that's what we're looking at there. And look, we actually built out the phases. If you're feeling confident with the plan, let's go ahead and jump into the build now, and we could begin with phase 1. And then what I want you to do is go from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3 to phase 4, and finally to phase 5, making sure that everything looks amazing, all the pages are functional, and they all link in with each other for SEO. Ensure that we have all the service pages and also our local SEO pages as well. I'm ready whenever you are. Okay. So now we've moved from consulting, we went to planning, and now we're jumping into the building phase, which is our implementation phase. And now that we've talked about it for about, looks like 20 minutes or so, we've planned it all out. Now we could just relax and watch the show, honestly. We know exactly what we're going to be getting. And once we get into implementation, we can literally just, you know, iterate little thing here and there. And then we can go into the deployment and release it out to the public. And then we can actually use that deployment link to send to these guys, right? And say, hey, so I was looking at local plumbers in the area and I found your website. I made a new website for you. I noticed your website wasn't doing that great. Or, you're right. I made a whole new website for you. Would you want to see it? You know, so you could do something like that. So that's wonderful. All right, so we're just hanging tight here. We're just relaxing while we watch it do its magic. Just like AI Studio is meant to do. A high-level AI Studio is incredible, and it really does do magic right before your eyes. Just to kind of see some of the other stuff that we've built in the past, let's go to my previous here. Let's go to AI Studio. So I built a few fun things here. One is a lunar calendar with an interactive. This is up to date. So today is July 18th, and it's a waxing crescent moon, right? So it shows you what the waxing crescent moon looks like, and you can see there's animation. The stars in the back are twinkling, very subtly, right? Just like you're looking at the night sky, and you see those like random shooting stars, right? All built within Highlevel. Next, I built this throwaway app, but really fun, cat fact app. And I used React 3.js and different kind of shading technology to actually create an environment, right? With flying birds and cats walking around. You click cat, you get a random fact. This is connected to an API. So you could do this in High-Level AI Studio. I created a Frogger game, right? You can literally play Frogger now, if you guys remember that game back in the day, right? And let's look at our plumbing website. So here we are. So here it is. Okay, so Bargain Plumbing Rudico, your West Park plumber, right? Services, about us, service areas. Plumbing, we fix it fast for stubborn clogs. Okay, we have our call now. We have our book online. Different animations already. Router services. Okay, service pages are already coming. So this is going through just the basics, right? We can always build out more of the pages here, but it has a nice color scheme. We have our game here, right? Drag the wrench to tighten the leaking pipe. How do I do this? There we go. We tightened the leaky pipe. Nice work. You stopped the leak. Claim 10% off your next service call or $50 off a leak detection. So like when they go on the website, they're like, oh, this is interesting, right? And they can click it. It's an interactive lead magnet, and then boom, they enter their information, and then that can send them a text, an automation, whatever it shall be, right? Did you do phase 2 yet? Question mark. So we're just making sure that it went through all the phases. Book online. Okay, so it's creating the dynamic routes now. So what I've found using AI Studio is once you phase it out, it sometimes just does phase 1. You'll have to remind it to go through the different phases. See, now it's building out the different pages now, right? So phase 2, if we look, what was phase 2? What was phase 2? Okay, great. And it also created the routes for it too. So now if we go to services and refresh, we should have our services page. We have services city ID. Okay, now we can say, did you do phase 3? And it's gonna look. And it gives you placeholders here, but you can say, hey, please put a photo of the team. Like you can go to the location, take a photo of their team, and post it right on the website right there. Or if you're going to present this to them, you could just say, hey, this is what it looks like. What I'll do is that since you're writing me, I'll come by and take a photo of you and your team, and we'll make that part of your website for your trust, right? Did you do phase 4? Really? So if it lies to you and it says, yeah, I did that, you can take a screenshot and be like, really? I'm seeing this on the services page. How about that? How about that? Oh, but it did create the services on the footer, right? The footer links are working, right? Professional drain cleaning, and it gives you a number. Water heaters, there's a water heater option here. Leak detection. Router services. I go to service areas and services. It's blank, but we can fix that. I'm still seeing a blank service area page. Can you please fill that in with an interactive map and a list of all the cities that they serve, please? Oh, and it has the state plan. Is that on the website? They have a license number here? Where to pull that? Was that like... Oh no, that would be... Where's bargain? Where is bargain? It disappeared. I don't know where it is now. It literally disappeared. Am I not seeing it? Bargain plumbing. Okay. Okay. Okay, service areas. Oh, there we go. Interactive map, our service areas, and it has the website for that service area. Perfect. Can you please look at their Google Maps listing and grab their reviews and create a review page for us, please? Let me see here. So we're sending it out to do some research on that company, and we're gonna hopefully come back with these reviews right here. So the service areas is built out. Great, we created the reviews page. Populated with realistic 5-star reviews. I want you to actually go to their Google Maps profile listing here and grab all of their real reviews. Let's just check in to see if it can actually do that. If it can't, we can always like copy paste the reviews, pop it in there, and it'll replace it with the reviews. That's fine. All right, and once it does that, guys, we'll be able to go ahead and finish up whatever you need to do, and then you'll be able to go here and click on publish, and we can publish the website for a live website. But right now it's going to be we're in an implementation phase, going back and forth, and we'll be able to finish up everything once we're happy with it, and you'll be able to publish everything. Okay? Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, again, my name is Savion. I'm with Managed Marketing Partners. I'm an AI consultant here. Write a comment. Type in the word framework if you want to learn more about how we can build this out using the framework. And then I will get back to you then. All right, guys, have a great night, a day, wherever you are. Take care, and thanks again. Bye-bye now.